What's up, my Century Galaxy? It's Centuryman here, so back again with another episode review of What If Series 1, Episode 3. The title of this episode is called What If the World Lost Its Mightiest Heroes. They should have called it What If the Avengers Hasn't Assembled. That's just me. This episode aired sooner rather than later. It was a good episode for me, in my opinion. I think this is the weakest out of the first two episodes of the series so far. And I think it's the shortest episode so far of the season of the show. I think it lasts about 30 minutes. It really caught me off guard. I don't think they posed a trailer for this episode. I think trying to keeping the fans guessing what happens next. It's all about Nick Fury struggling to form the Avengers because the Avengers got killed throughout this episode. I really like this show. You had, the actors who appeared in the live action Marvel movies reprise their roles. Glad to have Samuel L. Jackson reprise his role as Nick Fury. I'm guessing he's not officially done with the MCU. But he's one of my favorite actors, Samuel L. Jackson. I like him as Nick Fury. And people who don't know about Nick Fury, he's never a black man. People think he's Nick Fury's a black man, but in reality he's not. He's a white man in the comics. So this episode's basically jumping through scenes from the first three movies of Phase 1 of the MCU, from the second Iron Man movie, the Incredible Hulk movie from 2008, the first Thor movie. I don't think from, the first Avengers movie. I doubt it. And also you got different actors and actresses, playing, playing the superheroes, instead of, not just all of, the actors and actresses, reprise their roles, in animation form, You've got Natasha Romanoff, voiced by Lake Bell, and that's the actress' name. I done my research. She sounds similar to Natasha Romanoff. You can tell, at this moment in time, that Scarlett Johansson is officially done with the MCU after the Black Widow movie. I haven't really saw it. I think it's soon. One day will be on the Disney Plus app. I might review it one day. Because at this moment in time, I'm officially done with reviewing the MCU movies until I'll probably review it in the future. But anyway, she did a good job. Really sounds similar to Scarlett Johansson's Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow. You got, I don't know who voiced Tony Stark, because Robert Downey Jr. is officially done with the MCU after Endgames. You got Jeremy Renner reprised his role as Hawkeye. We're going to see Hawkeye again in the Hawkeye show that's later on in the year. I think it's the end of the year or the start of 2022. Tom Hiddleston came back, reprised his role as Loki. I think he's the first MCU actor appeared in back-to-back Marvel Disney Plus shows, because he appeared in the previous show Loki I just covered, and now this episode of this show, What If, he did good. He's like a baddie form. We never got that in Loki. I think they missed the boat. I thought he's gonna turn baddie in that Loki show. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Clark Gregg came back as Coulson. We haven't saw the character since Captain Marvel, but the modern day Coulson since the first Avengers movie in 2012. He was funny. There's one funny scene. They kind of recaptured the scene from Thor 1, when Thor trying to get the hammer in New Mexico, and Coulson really has a good remodel. Really has he's really obsessed with Thor's hair, kind of like that. We got Frank Grillo reprised his role as Rumlow. It's a funny scene, it's a funny scene Natasha got arrested. We'll get to that a bit shortly. it's good to see, Grillo, reprise his role as Brock Rumlow, Crossbones. We haven't saw that character since Civil War. Mark Ruffalo, we haven't saw him since Endgames. Reprised his role as Bruce Banner Hulk. We're good to see the original Hulk. We haven't saw the normal Hulk since Ragnarok. Not Ragnarok. Avengers: Infinity War. I heard he's coming. I heard he's signing up for the She-Hulk show that's next year. So hope it's normal Hulk, not Smart Hulk, Professor Hulk. I found that stupid. I know it's for a joke, but people want it. Just I think they did disservice on that character, Hulk. In Avengers 3, Infinity War and Endgames. I think that's it. I think that's it. Anyway, so it's all about the death of the Avengers. The only Avenger haven't appeared in this episode is Captain America, not Captain Carter. Peggy Carter. No, Steve Rogers. He got frozen in ice. Captain Marvel, but I don't think she's officially an Avenger. I don't know. Anyway, so the first Avenger dying in this episode is Tony Stark. They kind of recapture the scene in Iron Man 2. Tony's on top of the giant donut, on the roof of the donut shop. Sorry, it's not very late, but it's late. But Tony's on top of the giant donut on the roof of the donut shop, eating donuts, and then basically had Romanoff, Natasha have some doubt of Tony Stark. Fury says he's got potential, and Natasha says, oh, he's got a hangover. And he said, let me tell you a story about some Russian assassin joined my American court team. I'm guessing he's referring to Natasha because I think she's born in Russia or grew up in Russia. I don't know. I haven't really saw that movie, man. But they kind of recapture that scene. Fury said to Tony, on top of the donut roof, the top of the donut shop, says, "Sir, I have to ask you to exit the donut." It's I kind of like that. Basically you had Natasha kind of eject what's called the lithium dioxide, what Fury called it, into the neck of Tony, and it kind of edged him out, but instead he kind of cough and fall down. You can see a picture of him, the death of Tony Stark. This is not decades, but years before he died in Endgames. And Natasha he's got arrested for the death of Tony Stark because he killed. Basically, he's not really the first Avenger. You can call it the second Avenger, but Iron Man's really the first movie to kick off the MCU, but killing the guy who stayed there for thick and thin. In the beginning scenes of this episode, I was like, wow, they killed him. Yeah, he'll be back in the future episodes. They're doing an episode what if Tony Stark haven't got captured by the 10 rings. I'm guessing he's not become Iron Man. Killmonger. That's in the future, but the second person got eliminated, not eliminated, but got killed was Thor. Recapturing that scene. He's trying to pull the hammer. He lost all his powers. Hawkeye trying to, he's about to not to shoot him, but he thought he couldn't let go. He accidentally shot him. Then he got sent to jail for killing Thor. They did the remark. They did. He had they got comment on Thor's hair. And then Clint, Hawkeye was the third person got killed. The end and the Hulk death, we'll get to that a bit shortly, was dark. Natasha died. And also, they kind of tease which one who started it first. They thought it was Clint, but they found out Clint didn't kill. Because he thought he let go of it, he kind of shot him by mistake, but instead he didn't. Someone made him shot killed Thor in the process. That led to Loki coming down to Asgard. They might do an episode in the future, whether it's in this season or the next season. what if Loki take over the world? We kind of teased it in in the I think it was episode 4 or 5. Like the New York scene in the void. What if his Avengers never existed? What if Loki, his mission was completed? No. Anyway, so he wants revenge. Who killed Thor instead of Odin. Jealous of Loki. He's favoring Thor over Loki. Anyway, so there's one funny scene, when Natasha got arrested, and then she managed to get out of her handcuffs, and she said to one of the guards, says, "Excuse me, can you hold on to this, please?" It's like, "Sure." What the? And she beats all the guards. That was sick. I thought it's gonna do a bit of their version of the elevator scene from Winter Soldier. That was good, but unfortunately that's not the case. I think the person who did Natasha got killed in this episode. They tease him it's Hope, and then she says it's Hope. It's all about the Hope, and then when Hope dies, and then they find out, holy shit, it's Hank. And we got Michael Douglas reprise his role as Hank Pym. It makes sense because they're doing it because I think he's gonna be in the new Ant-Man movie. That'll be in 2 years' time, because it was supposed to be next year, but unfortunately due to the pandemic they're gonna push it back for 2023. So I'm guessing he's still around. It's a shame that Evangeline Lilly haven't came back, reprised her role as Hope. But I'm guessing and also with Hank, he's Yellow Jackets. He's not Ant-Man, because he wants revenge on Fury. Because I think in this universe and the normal MCU universe, he really hates Shield, because in this universe, he hates Shield because he hates Fury because he blames Fury for the death of his daughter. Fury brings up she died in a mission in Odessa in Ukraine. I don't know what they didn't really explain how she died. So Fury says she died in a mission in Ukraine. I'm guessing she got shot or something, or maybe a Winter Soldier or something. It's some kind of scenario. What happened next? What happened to her? Maybe she got shot by, whether it's the Winter Soldier or maybe some different type of trained Russian spy. But because in the normal universe, Hank, Hope never worked with Shield. They worked by themselves. But in this universe, Hope worked with Shield. I'm guessing because I think in the comics, because Ant-Man was the first original Avenger. I watched a little bit of Avengers, World's Most Mightiest Heroes. Because they're in the group. So I think they kind of changed their backstory a bit in the live action movie. They're not working with. They kind of associate with the Avengers, but not really part of the group. They might be if they're part of if they're doing another Avengers movie. We don't see another Avengers movies for probably the middle of this decade or the end of this decade. Hank Pym is Yellow Jacket, because I'm guessing we don't know what happened to Darren Cross, who played by Corey Stoll in the first Ant-Man movie. We don't know what happened to him. I'm guessing when Hank's death, not Hank's death, Hope's death, and Hank becomes Yellow Jacket. I'm guessing that Hope and Hank never met Scott. I think Scott will never become Ant-Man, the new Ant-Man, and never will just become a normal criminal, probably in jail. I don't know. It's very weird. I forgot to mention it in my previous episode. The episode 2 when T'Challa becomes Star-Lord. That if Thanos ditch his whole plans to wipe up the whole universe with grabbing all the 6 Infinity Stones in the Gauntlet, him and Gamora never met, and her planet will be around. I think in this episode, Hank, Hope will never meet Scott. So anyway, they will never met. it's just like I like this. I like this concept. I think they missed an opportunity with Louise. You know, Scott's cellmates. With storytelling, but yeah, it's a shame that without Hope's still around and Hank becomes the Yellow Jacket. They never met Scott. Scott will be not the Ant-Man. He'll be just a common crook. Might be in jail or still stealing some shit. I don't know. Anyway, so let's get back to the Death of Hulk, and also it was a bit dark in this episode. This episode was a bit dark for two scenes. The first, you got the first scene. Yeah, Hank explains to Fury, to explain why he killed the event, not why he killed the Avengers, but killed the Avengers. Like there's one scene, cut the scene when he goes through inside Hulk's body and kind of enlarge Hulk's heart. It's funny that we got Mark Ruffalo reprise his role as like Bruce Banner because instead of like they kind of rewrite the Incredible Hulk movie from 2008. Instead of Edward Norton, in that role, it's Mark Ruffalo because Ruffalo took the mantle after Edward Norton quit the MCU. It's over the directors because he's trying to create his version of the Hulk. His movie, his idea of the movie. I think they got fucked him over. They fucked him over, so he's just go fuck it, I quit. So, Hank enlarged the Hulk's heart, and then he's kind of blowed up. And this episode, actually, this show is actually a 12A, so they kind of dumb it down a little bit, tone down a bit. Instead of seeing Hulk's like bones and blood and his organs, he's just like, you see skin splattered. Yeah, he was exploded to a pile of dust, but a bit of skin. But wow, holy shit, man, that was a bit dark. And also another dark scene. In the end of this episode, you had Fury and Coulson basically seeing the casket of the Avengers, and Coulson says the Avengers fell before they never got a chance to rise. It's kind of like, they went full throttle on this, make sure what if the Avengers haven't assembled, seeing like their caskets with their symbols, like with you got Iron Man symbol, Hawkeye symbol, Thor symbol, Hulk's symbol, Black Widow symbol. I'm guessing Hank beat her up. I don't know why. They didn't saw the scene how like Black Widow got killed. I don't know. It's kind of like I thought she could survive, but instead she died. That's the reason why Coulson says the Avengers fell. They never got a chance to rise because they didn't rise. They need to do a follow up. Because Loki, he said to Fury like, oh, we're allies now. Blah blah blah. I'm staying in Midgard much longer. And also, he said he went to the UN and says, the whole world is in peace now. Put the difference aside. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna fulfill your destiny. I'm guessing like we could get an episode one day called "What If Loki Rules the World." I think Fury could form a different version of the Avengers because in one scene in this episode he like clicked the pad to summon up Captain Marvel, and sawing Cap in the end of this episode. So I'm guessing they're gonna form this new version of the Avengers. Maybe Vision is in it. Maybe I could see Steve and Sam reunited or socializing. Meet. You got like the two Caps. Sam as Falcon. Don't know if Anthony Mackie will reprise his role as Sam Wilson. Whether it's the next season, I think it's unlikely he's going to appear in this season of the show. Probably in the next season because the show is like sticking around for another season because it said it's reprising for a second season. It said it's going to be early in 2022, but it's unlikely. It'll be like Loki, early 2023. We don't think we'll get the zombie episodes later on, probably in late September, early October, I don't know. And also we got the Watcher, keep watching what happens next. I think this show is kind of like a breather, taking a break from the live action stuff. It's like give it give time to breathe, because like the first live action Marvel show was WandaVision. I'm talking about on the Disney Plus app. Then it's Falcon and Winter Soldier. Then Loki. I think the next one is the Marvels. It's called. No, I think the Marvels got pushed back. I think it is the Hawkeye show. I just simply don't know. I need to look it up. So yeah, I think I covered most of it. Yeah, I covered most of it. I think it's just a good episode. I wish they had more time. But unfortunately, that's spread out the story. But unfortunately, that's not the case. The Avengers got killed in a matter of nearly a week. About 5 days. They got killed in 5 days. First it's Iron Man, then it's Thor, then it's Clint, Hawkeye, then it's Hulk, then it's Natasha, Black Widow, but that's it. It's I feel sorry for Fury. He has his plan to form the Avengers. Unfortunately, his plan never fulfilled. It might fulfilled with his new version of the Avengers. They could add Spider-Man in that group. Maybe Scott Lang could be Ant-Man, don't know, maybe. But it's like, wow. I'm glad they did this episode. I wish they did it sooner than later, but I think it was a good episode. It's a bit weaker. I think the reason why it's a bit weaker is a bit shorter than the first 2 episodes. I wish they add more minutes, I wish they had more, they had more scenes when Hank kills the Avengers. Like, great example with Hulk. Made his heart large, made him explode. And with he got into Tony's the syringe to kill Tony. He didn't really went into his blood scene and make him cough. He's just he didn't do anything. I think he went to his neck, went to his bloodstream and made him cough. He went into Clint's head. I don't know what. Maybe he's had a brain hemorrhage or some crap. I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe he killed. I think he might kill Natasha. Snapped her neck, because they're trying to keep it watered down a little bit because they're trying to appeal to kids. It's a 12A. If it was a 15A, maybe it would be fine. To seem basically Hank snapped Natasha's neck, but unfortunately we never got to see that. And it's really funny that in one scene, they're in the university scene. You got Betty Ross. We haven't saw that character since the first Incredible Hulk movie nearly 13 years ago. Thunderbolt Ross since Civil War. They're trying to recapture the scene from the Incredible Hulk movie from 2008. There's one scene when Fury said to Natasha that Clint's dead. You can tell she cried, because I'm guessing they had feelings of each other between Clint and Natasha. I think I missed that. I think that Black Widow movie missed an opportunity set, because basically, in Avengers 1 and Endgames, Clint says they said Budapest, when they travel to Fort Mir, says this is way better than Budapest. I think they missed that opportunity. Maybe they met. I think they missed the boat on that, because I heard it's a sequel to Civil War. That's fucking stupid. Why can't you just do a movie about how she become Black Widow? That's just me. I'm gonna wrap this up. Good episode. Can't wait for episode 4. That's this week. The reason why I done it, by the time this episode review is posted on YouTube, recorded and posted on YouTube will be on Tuesday. Next time will be on a Friday on a Saturday, because the last 2 episodes were during the week instead of the weekend. It's just what it is. Schedule problem. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review of episode 3, series 1, episode 3 of What If. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button, click the like. Join the Central Unit today. Subscribe to the channel for more wrestling videos and more. This is Central Man officially signing out. Check you later. I suggest watching, episode 3, What If the World Lost Its Mightiest Heroes. Like, share, subscribe. This is Central Man officially signing out. Check you later.